Hey shrimp keepers, okay, we're back. Finishing the unboxing of the shrimp from Flip Aquatics. Again, fantastic people over there. But let's get started and then I'll walk you through what we're doing here. Okay, these guys, I don't know how well they'll show, but very active. Kind of small, but I believe, and just by my own personal experience, the small ones tend to acclimate better to the conditions that they're being put into. So I'm hopeful that with them being small, that'll be the case. Excuse me 1 second, guys. Just want to check something. Alright. I always like to triple, double, quadruple check myself, especially when it's coming to, you know, the well-being of these creatures, of these investments, of these absolutely gorgeous shrimp. I apologize now if the camera starts to wibble wobble a little bit. I've only got 2 hands, and yeah, so I used some duct tape and taped my camera to one of the tanks. So I hope this works throughout the rest of this video, but back on topic, sorry. I like to double, triple, quadruple check myself. Last night I had to do a little bit of water change on the Black King Kongs, or where the Black King Kongs are going. I did a mild water change, like 10-15% last night on where the blue bolts are going. Same thing with where the red and black crystals are going to go. So just wanted to double check the water. This one's the one that's left over from the blue bolts. Comparing it to white, it is absolutely a beautiful yellow color. So I'm very happy with that. And let's lay that down just in case. Okay, so we just kind of looked at the Black King Kongs. I've got my 3 containers that I'm going to use to drip acclimate every one of these guys too. Checked my parameters again this morning. This tank's a little high on the pH. It's a little high, well, it's about even with TDS from where they came from, but they are a bit higher than where they came from for pH. They like, or Rob puts on the website that their tanks are kept between 90 and 100 TDS, 68 to 72 degrees, 0 to 1 kH, 3 to 6 GH, and between 5.5 and 6.7 pH. Now I've done the research on them as well. They can live in higher pH because currently this tank, with the having to do the water change yesterday, the pH rose from a 6.5 up to a 7.1. Over the next day or two though, it should start to correct itself. I've got this tank and all the tanks that my Cardinia shrimp are going into, are the substrate in them is the fluval shrimp stratum, so it should make it to where the water gets buffered down. Golly, they do such a good job on tying these bags up that I have no real room to get in there and try to unknot this, yet alone. Sorry, the mascots are in here. Daisy May, which is a Chewini, is somewhere behind me, and then that right there is the tail of Tucker. Yep. See, she knew I was talking about her, so she had to do her little dance. Alright, let me see if I can open this without totally obliterating what we're trying to do here. Okay, I think I've got it somewhat opened. I know everybody's just saying tear the bag and put them in, and that's ultimately what I am doing now, but the way they ship them, they are also shipped with a little piece of mesh by the looks of things to give them something to hold on to during shipping. So I didn't want to hurt any of them. Oh no, we might actually have a casualty. He looked good in the bag, or she. No, it might just be, you know, getting flung out of a bag and into their acclamation dish. But yeah, they send them with little pieces of fabric mesh. So obviously I don't want a shrimp to get stuck in the bag, no water, and I don't see it until it's too late. Alright, let me get this one going. Might have tied my knot too tight in order to get the drip going. Couldn't even get any water flow. And I apologize, I know I'm saying a lot, so I am working on that. Again, still new to this full-on videotape myself talking and hoping people listen. Alright, there we go. Going a little quicker than I want. I just want roughly 1 to 2 drips a second. Okay, that is way too slow now. That one would be 1 drip every 5 seconds. Roughly 1. Let's go a little slower. Yeah, I think that'll work out just fine. Good thing about this, home, I was able to get them off the patio or the front before. We've had some instances of our merchandise or our belongings coming up missing off of our front porch. We're not going to name anything, but we do live directly in front of a high school here in Lincoln, so it is one of those very convenient type scenarios of it came up missing, and right at that time is when the high school goes to lunch, and all the packaging was found on the corner in which they like to use as their little smokers hangout type thing. Alright, so when it comes to the crystal reds and the crystal blacks, since they are going to be sharing a container, I'm going to have to do something a little bit bigger for them. Of course, same thing with the blue bolts. I got 10 of those. That's going to be more water than I was originally anticipating. Less water on some, but when you put it all together, more water than I was anticipating on this one. So, you know what? I'm going to try my original idea because I wanted to put everybody into my 5-gallon buckets, because then I knew for an absolute fact that with how my drips would go, there would be no way it would overflow by the time I got home from work. But I'm gonna have my son check them as soon as he gets home from school, so hopefully. But again, that's a lot of hopefuls in one little area, and when you've got your shrimp in the crosshairs of what you're trying to do, I don't ultimately like to leave it up to chance too much. Oh, we got one stuck in the folds. Okay, so let me tear this open a bit more, see if I can get a little bit more water back in and coax the little fellers out. Okay, I think I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, Rob also sent, by the looks of it, 1 extra of each, just in case of a DOA type scenario. So thank you very much for that, Rob and Flip. I appreciate it. Now we got our, I didn't even show you guys the crystal blacks, I'm sorry. We've got some crystal reds here. They look absolutely fantastic. A little bland on their color, but you know, after 2 days worth of being in a dark box, getting ripped out and put into a fish room with a whole bunch of light, I would decolor a bit too. I would be stressed beyond belief. I've moved, I know what it feels like. So I am very, very hopeful that once everything is said and done, they will color back up real nice. And obviously I'll give it a couple of days, but I'll get you guys an update to that as well. Again, I am just super excited about these. I've been having some frustrations going on with my blues. I haven't even really videotaped or recorded a whole lot of interaction with my blues because honestly, I am getting to a point of frustration that I am considering just outing the blues. I might go with, you know, getting some more Caradina versus the Neos. Maybe I'll go with, you know, I am really looking at some of those green jades. I would love, absolutely love to get my hands on some green hulks. They look amazing, and I guess they are a cross, well, not a cross, but they are somehow the genetics can allow for, I was reading a blue, okay, that just let go way faster than it was supposed to. There we go, on camera and all to be witnessed. What do I got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so luckily none of the crystal reds had to go through a drop of that nature. That would have been really bad. Oh, it looks like somebody got stuck in that mesh. I'm trying. Hold on, little fellas, or fella, or however many are caught in this mesh. I'm sorry, I'm coming. Okay, it looks like just one. No, way more than just one. I think that was 2 of them. Maybe even 3. Okay. Ooh, that one went all sorts of wrong really fast. Let me triple double check that this bag is empty now. Oh, that just... Okay, now that my heart is pounding out of my chest, uh-oh, I might have a DOA situation. They all looked good in the bag, but now that one's not looking so good. What we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 reds. 6 reds, 6 blacks, so get this one acclimating as well. See if there's enough water within those 2 packages to give them the ability to move at all. Ooh. Okay, mental note, I'm gonna have to get some type of containers that I can use for situations like this that are not as big as a 5-gallon bucket, but not as small as my, you know, leftovers Tupperware type scenario. They do look to have a little bit of room, maybe a 1/4 inch or so above, not even that, sorry, maybe an 1/8 of an inch above them, so I think I'm okay at this point. I'm just trying to get my drips to about that 1 to 2 drips a second now. 1001, 1002, 1003, 1004, 1005, 1006. I'm at about a drip a second on the reds and blacks. I'm at probably one to 1.25 drips per second on my King Kong. So I'm going to tie that off a little bit tighter. Actually, I might move them into the little bit bigger of a container here. Again, just because me going to work, coming home, I don't need a flood. Nothing against my kiddo, but you know how kids are sometimes. They get distracted, he gets into his own thing, forgets to check it, and all of a sudden we got half a tank, well, a quarter of a tank of water all over the floor of the basement. So, I don't know how I would do that, in all honesty. Yeah, maybe. Alright, what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to cut this video because it has now been 16.5 minutes of me rambling and being silly. So far, we've got the Black King Kong Panda mixes, slow acclimating into their conditions or their aquarium. We've got the reds and the black crystals in their bucket starting their acclimation process. The next ones I'm going to do, and the final ones that I'm going to do, hopefully I held the best for last, are my absolutely stunning blue bolts. With all the stress that they've been under, everything else, they are still absolutely beautifully colored, and it just looks like they are going to be some stunning, stunning shrimp. Let me see if I can get you guys any tighter. There we go. And I mean, they are super active. So everybody in there looks really good, super active. Just time to get them out of their baggie into a bucket, let them acclimate for the next 3 to 4 hours. All right, keep it shrimpy.